Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Hello, hello, 3G and Coral Works. I took so long getting my helmet cam set up. You're almost live. That's awesome, dude. Hello, Stephen P. Hello, Only Oscars. How is everyone? We are watching Jafar, my lonely female angel, and she is in the tank with the coolie loaches. And I believe there are a few haphazard guppies that have made their way into the tank as well. So you may see some guppy action as well. This is a 10-gallon tank. No, this is a 20-gallon. It's a 20-gallon regular, so not a 20-gallon long. And let's see, that is Jungle Val coming out of it, and that leaf that is all like weighted down and wispy is that's hornwort, folks. And you're right, it's normally greener than that. It has a fine aqua soil breakdown of dirt all over it. Everything in this tank does. And I'm actually going to sift through it and suction up all of the dust and sort the substrate kind of on one half of the tank, and then I'll do the other half of the tank, and of course I'll shake all the plants and get all that stuff. So I bought a colander so that I can do that. And the thing is there's sand and aqua soil in there, so what I can do is I can scoop up the um, substrate into the colander, and then the aqua soil that's still whole will stay, everything else will fall out. So that's how I can sort it. And then I think once I clean all of the substrate and everything that's in there, there's a cichlid cave back there that you can't see right now. I think that'll all come together and it'll give this tank some new life. And of course, with the aqua soil in there and things like that, I can plant almost anything in there and it'll be happy. So I can place some plants from other tanks in there and things like that as well. All right, Coro. Yeah, man. See you in 20, bro. Yeah, only Oscars. It's gonna be real messy. So on days that I'm in there messing about in the tank and messing up everything so heavily, I'll probably dose the well, I'm using Fritz Complete, but the chlorinator, you know what I mean, to like keep everything level just in case I'm stirring up so much filth. But to try to get the coolie loaches out of there, I would be doing the same thing to them and I wouldn't get them out. You know what I mean? Like, so I might as well just go at it that way. I could move the angel, but I don't know. I don't want to, which is more stressful. You know what I mean? Will she be in harm's way? I don't know. Peplin Creek, hello. Aqua soil is messy. But yeah, I thought it was neat that center screen right there, there's a sprig of hornwort that's actually tipped back down because of the weight of the dirt that's on it. So the theme for tonight is the Wednesday witching hour, when a dirty tank becomes a theme. You know what I mean? Because like it's dirty, but I'm not displeased at the way that this looks. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna feed the coolie loaches in a moment. There's one laying down at the bottom of the screen right now. Um, they they have been presenting themselves to get fed because my wife feeds on a regular schedule. I feed whenever I feel like it, but once a day. Um, so sometimes I'll like hold back because I don't want to feed them before I do the water change. I'll do the water change and then I'll feed them. And sometimes, when is the other time I don't feed them at a set time? Oh man, left my head. I still need to make coffee, so you guys get to hear the ASMR sounds of that in a minute, the coffee pot and all of that. There's Jafar. Jafar, so named because she has a lovely little pinstripe on her little lower jaw. She's so cute. Um, yeah, I think moving her from one tank and then catching her again and moving her back into this tank after I've rearranged it would be more stressful than just like letting her be at the other half of the tank and just working on the back half or the front half. You know what I mean? I love it, Foxy. You're so spicy tonight. I love it. And I'm sorry if I insulted you, but I was dancing with the girl who brought me to the party. You know what I mean? Like, I think the reason I was there was because Dee Dee was like, let's reach out to the new local Austin. I think Dee Dee got to pick. So I guess you're an oxalotl gal now, Foxy's Fishes. But you'll always be a snail gal to me. Um, Fun stuff. All right. Down to business. So, how has everyone's week been thus far, in whatever capacity your week is going? I feel pretty good about everything. Hello, Skipper. How are you, buddy? And Dixon. Dixon, did you send me an email last night? That's a small order of business I need to tend to while we're here this evening. Okay, excellent, Dixon. I did not receive it, so I'm going to reach out to you through fishfam.link and I'll put a trouble ticket in for fishfam.link. I don't have it set up, and it could be no problem on their end. It could be a problem on my end and like my email and stuff like that, but I just might need help with it. So I'll get with somebody on that. Because I didn't receive it and I need to make sure that that's going because that's my email that I'm trying to use for all fish stuff. So I need to make sure that I get it. It's out there somewhere, but I'm not receiving it on my phone. So I just got to figure out like how I fix that. Yeah. And you sent me one this afternoon. Okay, yeah. So I'll figure it out. And get with you. That's fun. Email. Oh, thank you, Dixon. Oh no, Skip. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Yes, much prayer and love, Skip, to you and your family. Um, yeah, man. So yeah, just keep us in the loop, dude. And yeah, man, if you can't make something, man, just let us know. Everybody understands. You know what I mean? Like that's family. That's important. A spontaneous thunderstorm. Nice. Make all those Corys dance. Legacy Riders. Good to see you, Melvin. Life Lessons Vlogs. Glad you're here tonight. But yeah, this is the most beautiful dirty tank I have. I had other dirty tanks. They didn't look as good as this one, but this one is the dirtiest, and I think it looks the best. Yeah, so we'll get these guys some food here in a couple minutes. See some activity in the tank. Get that mulma flying. That's interesting. And oh, there was another interesting thing. What it turns out that uh myself, Aquafunk, and Gina all went last night. I was confused as to what day it was. Like that's how I got there. I don't know how they got there for their pop-ups, but then they were on again tonight. And I just thought that was cool. There's some sort of like weird eddy in the live stream community, you know what I mean? And like for some reason everybody was ready a day early yesterday, and then went ahead and went tonight. So yeah, I was like, I don't know, but we're swimming together. It's interesting. Yeah, Melvin, are you eating well and drinking enough water? I know you got that ciclet, that the red shoulder sickness, man. You got it bad. No, wait, fire mouth. Sorry. You got fire mouth. You got the fire mouth syndrome. So yeah, I got confused as to what day it was earlier this week, and I put out I scheduled it for Tuesday night instead of Wednesday night. So hey man, double portion this week, extra mic. Oh, I also was on fishfam.link, the the I don't even know what they call that. I guess I mean like it's a shopping spotlight, you know what I mean, or something like that. I've been renaming everything. So yeah, that was cool. Um, Hanging out with Dee Dee and shopping with Jenna P. And yeah, no, real nice. I mean, June made off like a bandit, and then the second winner will come to me after I've had a couple cups of coffee. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so Jafar on the left side of the body, so the side of the body you can't see right this second. When she turns back around, she's doing a slow loop. Um, and actually on the bottom of that gill plate right there, you can see those koi jeans. You can see a little bit of the blushing there. So like the koi's all in there. Yeah, there it is. Like she's posing. Such a good girl. Yeah, for starting off and doing live bears and not wanting to do cichlids. I sure do. I sure did get these angels early and I sure do love them. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. But that's happened in other areas of my life too. What I think I don't want is actually what I end up loving the most. Like, it's confusing. Toasty Firemouth Viva? No way. That's awesome, dude. That is great, Melvin. That's the good stuff right there. All right, the coffee's making gurgling noises, which means it's getting closer to time. So yeah, man, let's do some catfish pellets for these guys. Looks like you guys get a good reflection of me. What if I do that? Is that better? Yeah, I'm more ghosty. I got a sample in my package from KJE. I got my oh wait, that's the wrong one. Come on, Diane. I'm gonna leave the room so she'll eat. She seems to be having a scared of me moment. I swear these angels are so fickle. They're like interested in me one day and then the next day they're like running from me and hiding. It's a very they're very fickle. Sup, Caleb Shirley? Has anybody seen Vibes yet? He was saying that he might pop up if he was awake, but I haven't seen him in this stream, so he might have fallen asleep in his macchiato. Yeah, Toro, you sure can, man. Let me drop the link for you, bro. Invite. Copy. Pasty paste. Coro found some driftwood, everybody. Hmm. Why is coffee so hot? Okay, yeah, Elfish Aquatics and Red Laser helped you with the name. Yeah, also both good names in and of themselves. So yeah, dude, that's the type of person I would be looking for name advice from for sure. That's great, man. Dixon Designs, are you talking about the angelfish behavior and about me saying that they're fickle? It's because we make it that way. I believe that I project way too much emotion onto my fish, but I don't know. It's fun for me. Like, I know it's not true, but I like making up the story about what's going on with the different characters in the tank. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And yeah, part of that make believe like really keeps me interested in the tank. There we go. Let's see. How do I do this guy solo?
Oh, hey.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, I don't even have a tank big enough to find this wood, but I rode home on my bike with a log that I found over by the beaver dam that has, check this out. Oh, I'm like bouncing back and let me turn my Wi-Fi off.
Hey, I tell you what. Also, man, like, I are you home yet?
We good? Can you
Are
hear me
you home
still?
yet?
Yeah, I just got home.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, get it off to the bike and get it into some more light. Like, I mean, like, it looks crazy just like in this light, like right now.
Yeah, if I
Like,
can.
I'm like super into this actually.
So yeah, this is
I hope the rest of the group is. Here we go.
like a half a log. I don't know how much light I have out here, but I got a flashlight in my pocket. Oh,
That thing is beautiful, man. Like, so,
yeah.
like, what is it like 4 feet across,
Um,
or is it longer?
at least it might be 5.
Mm,
I'd have to go find a tape measure. Well, this garden bed is 4 feet across, and it's
okay.
that I would say that's 5. Just guessing.
Mm,
Got a kitty watching us through the window.
of course, that's their job. They're observing. They're making sure that. But that thing is cool, man.
It's got this big cave underneath. I sent a
Like,
picture
that
of
would be
this.
almost great for like a lizard or reptile enclosure as well. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah,
has like more than just aquascape potential.
it's just huge. I don't know. I've been eyeing it for months. Out in the woods.
Right, but
And
if you cut it in half. You know what
Right?
I mean? You could put it up against one side of one tank, the cut part, and then just have the rest of it like coming out.
Yeah. If I was like made of money and I wanted to be really fancy with it, you could do two different tanks and you could have the cut part back to back. Like if
Yeah,
you took
no, I
220
love
long,
exactly what you're talking about there. That sounds cool. I've wanted to
yeah,
do scapes that go from one tank into the tank next door.
it would be cool. I don't know, like it's also a lot of work, but yeah, I'm stoked. I'm gonna
that
have to
that's
figure
great,
out,
dude.
like I'm gonna have to cut that down and grow a bunch of moss and stuff on it. But like it looks cool if nothing else. I don't know.
Yeah, only Oscars is admiring your wood.
Always, June is a an addict, I believe.
Yes, yeah, but have you seen the stumps that girl's got in some of her tanks? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she has those mangrove roots. They look really cool.
Yeah, that's so great, dude. I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's
you.
not exactly lightweight either.
I'm glad you thought to come up. That's smart. You know what I mean? Like, well, we're into it. Like, what's going on this evening? This is great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else? What else do we do but compare wood on the internet, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big part of it. You know,
Yeah,
some people say too big a part of it. You know what I mean? But like, I think they're just jealous.
but yeah, right here. That's from the beavers.
Okay, yeah.
You can like see the tooth, like shape in there.
Wow.
I don't know. It's pretty wild. There's a bunch of beaver.
Yeah,
Like
we don't have beavers down here. We've got what they're nutria rats.
yeah,
So they don't have a beaver tail, but they're almost as big as a beaver.
yeah. Nutrient. We have them up here too, but they're yeah. If they're in the water, you can't hardly tell the difference.
Mm.
I'm gonna hop down.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for having me up. I gotta go like
No worries.
start cooking dinner and stuff. I got off work an hour early, so I might as well take advantage of it.
Hey man, enjoy. Congratulations on the wood. I mean, like if you went to a store or something like that, like what, that's like a
That'd be like a
$400
thousand
piece.
bucks, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's you're
No
exactly
way.
right.
No
I
way you
might
could
pay
get a
400
5 foot
for
piece
it.
of wood for anything less than I don't know. You pay like $10 for a 8-inch piece. You know, a tiny piece of spider wood. But
Yeah. Hey,
I'll see you in the chat.
one question before you go. Do you
Yeah.
have a dirty tank where the dirty tank has become the theme?
Um. Yeah. Let me just show you this really quick. I wouldn't say this tank is. Oh fuck! I gotta go around. Hold on. Back door wall. I wouldn't say
Dude,
this
that's a
is.
lovely lightning shot you've got there for your
You want to know something
profile
funny?
pic.
That that picture is a picture that was like saved on my computer when I first made my Gmail account from a report I did on lightning in the 3rd grade.
Hey man, recycle baby. That's the beauty of the digital age. It's in there somewhere. If you saved it.
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure I had a source in the 3rd grade on that lightning, but I don't even know. I got no clue who took this picture, you know, at this point in time. Turn the tank light back on. Turn the camera on for you guys. So this tank is the same footprint as a 10-gallon, but it's twice as tall. And
Yeah, I got one of those.
like 10-ish inches of it are dirt.
That's awesome.
It's like 90% substrate. You can see the roots are going down. I wouldn't say not 90%, but it's almost more substrate than it is water, you know? The sump,
Yeah.
bunch of plants up top. But that, if you wanted to see like the dirtiest, like look at all that 1.5 inch of
That's the
mulm
good
down
stuff.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Some people
aqua
pull it to
soil
get
is
stuff.
breaking down in the tank that I'm showing tonight, and it's actually like all over the hornwort, and it's hanging from the roots of the grass that's growing on the top, the duckweed. It's crazy. Beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's the dirtiest tank I have uh right now. Give it a week. You know how it
Right.
goes.
Yeah. Mine was the dirty. It was the dirtiest one, but it doesn't look that bad. Like here,
Yeah.
hold on.
Show it
Let's
off. I
do.
gotta get back to chat.
All right, get back to chat, buddy. You'll see it. It'll be up there. All right. I don't know how heavy the gigantic wood was, June, but he had it across his handlebars. Dirty tanks. And then what was I doing before I got distracted? Oh, why coffee was so hot. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Juanita. I'm always confused. Jafar is just being such like a camera looker today. Really proud of her. Want to go out in the fish room, but oh, she'll leave. I think I'll just stay out here. Mosquitoes are about to carry me off, though, man. It's pretty wild. Yeah, June, you won over one angel. All right. My question, June, is did that relationship last? It seems like the angel like determines on a day-to-day basis how she feels about you. You know what I mean? Like, so does anybody have anything cool to show other than that tops Koro's wood, or is show and tell time over? Show and tell time might be over. I mean, like that was definitely a showstopper of a piece. I enjoyed that. Um, and that's the kind of things that we can expect on this stream because you guys are a big part of it. All of you put out content, all of you who are in the chat and share stories and experiences, uh, really do really do make this time a lot more special for me. It is appreciated and welcomed. There you go. See, she'll eat eventually. Yeah, those lines are more like stripes on this side, and then on the other side, it's like she's got 3 dots on her midline. like a lot of other cichlids we know. Shafar. Yeah, from this profile, that's the goatee. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. What have we got, my friend?
Well, I thought you wanted to see a dumpster fire.
Well, yeah, man, dirty tanks when it like becomes a theme, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I mean like for a lot of lesser fish keepers, I'll say, you know what I mean? Like this is disgusting, but like I'm into it. You know what I mean? Like a filter that has that staghorn algae on the top of it, if that's what that is. I mean, like that's the sign that that's a seasoned filter right there. You know what I mean? Like that's good filtration.
uh, Snail carcasses strewn everywhere for Mr. Puffer Guy. Water sprite needs to be trimmed.
Perfect. And is
Moai,
that a Harambe statue?
that's a Moai. Easter Island Moai.
Oh, okay.
I guarantee you he's probably 25 years old or more. I've had him a long time.
Right.
There you go. Here's you another dumpster fire tank.
There we go. But it's covered in something all over the rocks. What are those? Cories?
Yeah, they're bristle nose, albino bristle nose, and albino cory cats.
Okay. And what is the albino cory cat name now that it's all changed in the last day?
Man, don't start me line. A lot of detritus, a lot of mold substrate here.
Mm-hmm. And
These are the
then because you
babies.
got so many guys on the bottom and stuff like that, they keep it real stirred up.
That's the parents. Oh,
What are those
look
on
what
the rocks? Are those spiral snails?
Malaysian trumpet snails.
Okay, yeah, man. I got a bunch of those.
I got like 1.7 trillion and counting.
Yeah, the
Here you go.
population has exploded in my one tank that has angels in it, and it's the one that has the Saswasser tang that has uh whatchamacallit in it, hair algae. So hopefully they're going after the hair algae.
You like some hair algae?
Yeah. So are there any potential fish eggs in that?
There are tiger lemia in there,
Okay.
which they are a live bear, but the ones that I have are very prone to eating their fry, and so I let them use this tank so the fry have a place to hide.
Okay, yeah. Is that being real, is that real good coverage for them?
It works really well. Before I've had these fish for a while, and I was
Mm-hmm.
getting no fry at all. And Dee Dee told me, she said, "Man, you need a lot of cover in there." And so I let this stuff grow wild, and I can pick that carpet up, and there's just babies everywhere under there.
Yeah. My tiger lemia fell apart in a 10-gallon, and I think that I feel like water conditions and maybe the size of the tank. I was talking with Skull about it, and he was saying the size of the tank that you had him in might have been what made him not thrive.
They're kind of rough on each other. The mine are. This is a 20 long,
Okay. And how
20
many do you
long.
have in there? Adults, I
I
mean.
have um 5 adults, and there's probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 babies underneath that
Okay.
carpet. They'll come out when I feed. The little babies come out, dart out, and they dart right back. I sell a
So
lot
have
of
you
them.
bred these before?
Yes, I sell a lot of them to my local fish shop.
That's awesome.
And I can show you up here. Here's a bunch of blue angel fish babies.
Oh, I love some babies.
It's the blue angels, and let's see. Over here's the parents laying some more right here in the crack of the. There's eggs right in here. I don't know if you can see them.
Just hanging out in there.
Right in the corner. They laid it on the silicone in the corner. Knuckleheads.
Right on.
But the light kind of makes them look a little yellowish, but they're definitely blue. Got another pair down here.
Oh, this is 3G, everybody. I'm sorry, his name's not down in the corner. People were looking away from the camera when I put you up, but I immediately put you on big screen so that I can see all your treasures.
Here's you another dumpster fire with a mole bottom, pretty much. My bristle nose tank. You guppies in here. Here you go. Here's you some koi angel fish babies.
All right.
We've had a lot of storms lately, and them angel fish were just dropping them left and right.
That's good times, though.
Yeah. There's another algae dumpster fire. All right, man. Well, you said you wanted to see some bad looking tanks. I got them, bro.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, but I mean, like, bad in like I don't know, like it's hard to compare. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, when a dirty tank becomes a theme, you know what I mean? Like, because it happens, you know what I mean?
These are working tanks.
Right. I love the top fin on both of those.
That's the golds. This is some of their offspring over here. I need to scrape the glass. It's pretty algae covered.
Oh, of course. It's the way it goes, buddy.
We got the goodies. Some trout goodies. Amica splendens. Did I lose you?
No, I'm right here. I'm like in awe. I'm looking at all of those silver glitter shimmers on their sides and stuff that the camera's picking up. Knowing that there's a lot more sparkle to them that the camera is
Exactly.
not picking up. That's pretty cool, man.
Exactly.
They look
These are
like
another.
they look like a fishing lure.
They're another live bearer. They have their babies come out like way too big for them to eat. I
Right.
mean, they're almost
Is
eating.
that the juveniles on the top there?
It is. There's some right there.
Okay.
Big daddy's down. Big mama and daddy's down here. Very prolific. Very, very prolific. Zacchaeus fish.
Exactly. Yeah. That's important.
Some guppies.
Heck yeah.
All right, Mr. Mike. I'm gonna go jump on out of here.
All right. Well, thank you, sir, for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thanks for
Have yourself
having
a
me.
wonderful night.
Thanks for having me up, brother.
No problem. Jeff says, I'm on team got mom. It's true. B Wizzle, thank you for making it, sir. I hope you are having many, many adventures. I know that this is prime season for you, sir. People wanting to get their pools ready. holidays are coming up next month. You know what I mean? Like, hope all's well with you, sir. You could do whatever you want, Emma Rose. You could be on the quiet side if you like. Nice, Juanita. I mean, do you have it like depths unknown bad or like just like regular bad? Like, I mean, like, are you a Blackbeard algae aficionado? Like, his stuff looks great. I can post it again, Emma. It probably just went away. I can put it again. The more I talk about putting it, the more time I have to actually figure out how to put it. There it goes. Oh, regular bad. Okay. Well, yeah. One day, it could turn into it could turn into something that looks like the inside insulation of a 1970s like auto shop garage, like that kind where it just like takes that whole back wall. It's like, whoa, good stuff. Yeah, Juanita, life is strange. um I'll have two tanks that I set up at the same time and put right next to each other, and they'll do completely different things. And I don't know why. Nice. Corey babies. Miss Emma Rose.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
So this thing's not that bad. It's got some algae, but it's not my worst one. Now I have this one, and it was doing really well. It was super cute, and then I had so many plants that I just threw them in there, and now it's looking a little rough.
Yeah, but
And
it still looks pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
enigmatic.
and I need to do a water change, but I have not done that. So, oops. And then this one I actually just did yesterday because it was looking really bad, but it's looking much better now.
Yeah, it's got that magic like next day after a water change, like super clear water where you're like, wow.
Yeah,
You do it the one day and then like the next day you're just like amazed by the water. I love that.
yeah. You can still see all the Malaysian trumpet snails, but you
Right.
know,
And are those green tigers?
yes, green tiger barbs, one of my
Yeah.
favorites. And then I got Schwartz quarries, and I got, where are they? I have skunk quarries in there. And then in the very back is my Violet Bruno Pleco. His name is Bruno. He hides a lot. And then I have my King Beta, my giant beta in the back. He's hiding as well.
Yeah. Let's see yeah, you can see him up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's special for sure. Look at that.
Yeah, and when he flares all his fins out, he's beautiful.
I bet. I mean,
Yeah.
he's striking on the camera from like this far away. You know what I mean? Like,
See if he'll
yeah,
come
you
out.
could tell he's the real deal. He probably knows it. That's always a problem.
Right.
But it looks like he got his attention now,
Yeah, come here,
for
bud.
better or worse.
There you go. No, that's Barb. No, he's not coming out. But that's okay. I love him anyway. All right. Now down here is another tank I need to do a water change on. But I did service the plants yesterday, so it looks decent.
Oh, I want one of those lace plants so bad.
Yeah, so those are the little leaves. I had some that were bigger than my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and they were taken over, so I had to rip them off.
Yeah.
But
Where do
and I got, but
where do you find Madagascar lace at?
at my work
Okay.
we bring them in. Now we do ship plants, so if you need some next time I get some, I can let you know.
Yeah.
And then in here I have some San Juan quarries, which are not going to come out. They pretty much hide all the time. And then green neons. So not the blue neons, like neon tetras, but
Yeah,
the green
I can see
guys.
them back there. They're hiding always.
Yeah. Believe it or not, when I'm not by the tank, they actually come out quite a bit. But when I get close, they're like, nope.
Yeah,
And I,
I've got quite a few of mine that are doing that. I think I need to start spending more time in the fish room. Like I need to sit down for like 20 minutes and like sit like right in front of the tank, like in a chair and like read a book
yeah,
and like do that like on the regular so that then they get a little bit more used to me being around maybe.
maybe. And then I have a million cherry shrimp in there.
This is the best kind.
Mm-hmm. They're so cute. And then here's my problem tank.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's bad. So believe it or not, it's actually one of my favorite tanks. However, one, it is well overstocked.
Hmm.
The duckweed reproduces like crazy, so it blocks out some of the light for the other plants. And then the light got turned on and left on, so now I have quite a bit of like algae like on the glass. And then when I was rescaping one of my other tanks, I took my giant Anubias and I didn't know what to do with it. So I just threw it in here so it didn't dry up and die. So it's just been sitting there for like several weeks and it ain't cute. But in fact, it's starting to grow out. But it'd be like that. So I have probably, oh yeah, you can see all that nice funk going
Yeah, that's
everywhere.
the good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Look at all the fish. They're going through it. They're making sure it's not something they want. They're like, hey, wait, is
yeah. And I got my
but the fish look really happy.
mm-hmm. There's my little kahaku guppy babies.
And all that orange and red pops out so good against all that brown and green.
Yeah, I put them in there um unintentional. Well, they had made babies in a different tank, so I threw
Yeah.
them in here so that they wouldn't eat the babies. But then they made babies here.
Yeah, I wanted
So,
those when you told me about them, but I don't have the tank space. I still don't have the tank space, and now I want them more. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like this is real fish keeping real fish keeping grind here, man. Like
Yeah.
I want all the fish, but I don't have room for all the fish.
Well, and the cool thing about them is, I don't know, well, obviously you did, but even the ladies have a whole bunch of color.
That is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now they went back. They're usually always out front. And spook them forward again. Or not.
So what type of rhizome is that one?
This one right here,
Mm-hmm.
it's a giant Anubias. So the
Okay.
leaves are like the size of my hand.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
I
And
don't
that's the
remember you
rhizome.
having the biggest hands, but I mean, like, I don't remember them being like, wow, she has little hands. I don't remember that either. So,
Oh, there she is. That's the lady.
wow, the females are stunning.
Hmm. And this is the male.
You know, I've heard that. I've heard that about some of the newer strains and stuff like that. The females are actually getting colors on them and stuff like that. They're pretty amazing too.
Hmm. And there's my breeder pair. Made me many a babies.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh look, we got a little oh, where'd he go?
What, the orange?
Yeah, Venezuelan. And we got another San Juan in here. We
So
got
I woke up and turned on Dan's stream and I caught it right at the beginning. And he's like, okay, this paper came out and blah, blah, blah. And he's talking about all the changes and everything. And like, he's like going over it. And I'm like, man, this is too much, too fast. What's going on? I broke my brain on that. I was like, there were 9 families. Families 5 and 6 are now, wait, families 4 and 5 are now 4. Like, what?
are we talking about Corey's? Or somewhere in the comments.
Japanese guppy source.
Oh, gotcha.
He wanted to know where did you get those?
Oh, I got them also at work. I work at a local fish store.
Okay, so yeah, so when you say your local LFS, you mean the one that you also work at.
Yes.
So you tend to you have the opportunity to um pick out things before they make it to the floor. Am I correct?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
I mean,
I
like,
am.
that would be one of the only reasons why I would work at a fish store.
And you get a employee discount.
Discounts are good, yes.
Hmm. Now I'm not so much unless it's like a really cool Corey. I'm not
Hmm.
really like a person who's gonna steal all the cool fish first, but I am definitely a plant hoarder.
Right. I mean, I would never say like you're stealing a fish, but if you're an employee that works there and you're quarantining the fish before they go out on the floor, if there's something back there that you want, it should never make the floor. And that's like greedy me looking at it from the perspective of I'm the employee. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
as a consumer that doesn't work at the fish store, I feel like I would feel differently about that.
Yeah. Now we also do like custom orders and stuff, so that kind of stuff. We don't take that because it was ordered for somebody, and I messaged them. But
Right. And you're in Oklahoma, so it's not like the weather is all that different in between us,
mm-mm,
right?
correct.
And your store would ship.
I'll have to check on. I'll have to check on fish for sure. But I
Right.
know we do plants and stuff.
Right. But if the fish fam like wanted to get something from your store and stuff like that, you might be able to ship it. Are you
Hmm.
comfortable shipping fish?
So it would be the owner doing it,
Hmm. Okay.
and he ships stuff to like Oklahoma City all the time. Um, so you know, you would just have to get into contact with him. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. TK as in Tom and Katie, or Tony, which is the owner's name. But you can message him there and tell him that I sent you,
Sure.
and he can
That's
tell
fun
you.
stuff, man. Like, yeah, no, those are amazing.
And pretty much everything here, I either, well, in all my tanks, either I've gotten at my local fish store, um, swaps, or Aquashella, but most of it has been the fish store.
Yeah.
And then this is, so I guess a lot of my tanks aren't necessarily super algae-ified or anything. They just evaporate and I don't fix it very quickly.
Right.
But like this is my micro crab tank
Right.
and it's pretty low.
Well, there's escape artists, so I mean, like, you would never have the water all the way up to the top of that anyway, right?
It goes about this high.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been through a little bit of a
I've never kept the
depression.
I've never kept the crabs, but I've been told they can't be trusted to
No.
stay in their cage.
Now mine are the Thai micro crabs. They're little bitty and
Mm,
and with the amount of inaccuracy I have, you'll never see them on camera. But
yeah.
they're super cute. I love them. And then um, this tank, I love this tank.
I
It
love
has,
that. I love that wood piece in the center.
yep,
Wow.
yeah, and has my mangrove tree sticking out of it too.
Excellent. So is that spider wood or a different kind?
It's spiderwood.
Okay.
Anytime I find a piece of driftwood that I like, I buy it.
Right.
So it's because when a piece speaks to you, there's only one of those in the world. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. They're all similar, but none of them are the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So in
you
here,
were here when Koro popped up with that piece of wood. Was that not crazy?
I actually came in right after that.
Oh my gosh, it's like it's crazy. It's so good.
Yeah, and then in this tank, I have, it's funny, the sand started out as white, but it's no longer that. Um, but I have uh, salt and pepper, the habrosis quarries in here, and I have cherry shrimp. I have cherry shrimp in every tank.
Yeah. So the Corys and cherry shrimp, they're okay to be together?
Mhm. I never had quarries eat my shrimp, but also these are the dwarf species,
Okay.
so they couldn't eat shrimp if they wanted to. I like them. This one's probably one of my favorites, like aesthetically. I think it's really cute.
Yeah. No, I really like it. And that like when you first look, like the plants are all great as well, but when
Hmm.
you first look at the tank, like that wood is just like wow.
Yeah. Well, and then I intentionally put it in the center so that it, in my mind, it's like the roots of the mangrove tree,
Mm-hmm.
and it sticks out through it. So it's like cute, but again, I need to add more water. So, but I don't worry about my water quality because of how many plants I have.
Right.
So every time I test it, it's totally fine.
Caleb Shirley, welcome back.
So those are my messy tanks. This
Yeah,
one's the worst.
Juanita is like oohing over your tanks. She says that that tank that we were just looking at was beautiful.
Well, thank you.
There, we'll pin that.
But this is definitely the problem tank right now, which is actually typically my prettiest tank.
That's all
But
right. Once you upright that plant, you know what I mean? Like that's most of it right there. It seems like
yeah,
from the camera, but the camera is generous because we're not getting as many pixels. You know what I mean? So like
Like if I take that
80%
out,
of the stuff that you see isn't really showing up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
see, it looks so much better, almost, kind of.
yeah,
But
don't
I'll
cook
need
them up there.
right. And then I also am obsessed. I threw it in here because it kept getting blown away or like blown around. I got tired of it. So I took
Mm,
all of my moss that was in this tank and made it like into a ball and stuck it in between my driftwood, which is also very similar shaped to this one.
mm.
And then it started growing like crazy. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, like once it got a spot and got settled, it took off. That's great.
Yeah, and this one, especially the Sawasser Tang, which I don't think pictures quite do it justice. The way it's very like waterfally and it's super
Right.
pretty. So, oh no, I didn't realize how low my water level got. I don't want my. I need to do that tomorrow because some of these Anubias are gonna
Right.
die.
Put that plant back in the water.
I will, but I
Yeah,
also need to get
if that
these.
plant dies because I had you take it out, I would feel so horrible. And I've taken plant weights and wrapped them around loosely around the rhizome to get
Mm,
them to sit in place and stuff
yeah.
like that before.
Well, what I need to do though is to put water in here because I have some really rare Anubias right here that I don't want to rot and die because they or dry out and die. Got some Anubias Vietnam, and yeah, I need to work on that. But I'll do that tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, that's excellent.
So,
I'm
well,
doing the
thanks for
rest of
letting
my
me
water
share.
changes tonight
That's awesome.
because
As one
I
should.
start work tomorrow night. So
Gotcha. Well, thank you for letting me show you my problem tanks.
hey, you want to know what? Thank you for coming up. I love when a dirty tank becomes a theme.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Caleb, that's Emma Rose. She's in Oklahoma. She works at a local fish store. She's very much into house plants, and she is someone that I met at Aquashella Dallas, one of the years that I lost my voice. Uh, and her voice is naturally hoarse like that, and like yeah, it's very cool. Um, we got together this year as well, so it was fun to see her again. Back in the comments, Emma Rose, one of the Beavers. So yeah, Caleb, Emma Rose is well, actually, um, there's possibly someone lurking that I could say is like not the best, maybe, but that's just because that option is always out there. But I'm pretty sure anybody who tunes into my stream is like pretty legit. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like super cool in their own right. It doesn't you don't have to be in the hobby very long at all to have just as much, if not more, experience than me. So like I'm a host who's always down to learn something and stuff like that. So if you ever have anything that you want to share out there, um, let me know and we'll try to make it happen. I think that my live stream is always going to be pretty chill and ready to turn on a dime if something comes up and somebody and there's something to talk about. So I'm into that. I like that. Um, I'm a long ways away from being, oh well, we don't have time tonight because I have so many things that I have to get through. I It hasn't happened yet, and I mean, when it happens, it's gonna happen, but I'm not even sure like how that would happen. So I would say that it's definitely not going to change anytime soon. There you go. Jeff's Aquatics says, I don't currently have an interest in being a pro tuber, but I did get a mic upgrade and a gimbal stabilizer for the kayak streams. Hopefully I can prevent making people seasick and you can hear me. Hey man, it's those little steps right there. And honestly, I don't know what a pro tuber is. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure that I'm with you on that, Jeff. I mean, yeah, my goals are different than the standard YouTube creator path. You know what I mean? And yeah, as I said yesterday, like if this was it, you know what I mean? Like some people come up on somebody shows me a cool piece of wood they found, somebody shows me their tanks, you know what I mean? Like I see a breeding operation that is using uh hair algae to be a nursery for the babies to have higher numbers survive due to adult predation. Like the fact that I'm connected to all you guys and we're all sitting, well, wherever in the world we're sitting and like sharing this space, whatever that is, you know what I mean? I think it's like I'm happy right now, you know what I mean? And honestly, that's a great feeling. Yeah, there you go. Hate watchers are also known as the ultimate fans. You know what I mean? And like, honestly, if somebody was like hate watching like my show, like, congratulations, you're one of 15 people here. You know what I mean? Like, definitely a niche group. Second of all, like, hey, man, like, you're probably legit. Like, your hate is probably like based in some form of like, like preference. You know what I mean? And I think that's great. As Ed tells all of the people who put me in comments after his videos, thanks for watching. And that brings us to today's sponsors. Go F yourself. For those times when you need to leave a conversation, but goodbye and good day to you aren't final enough. Ah, Koro, I love it. You're spicy, man. I Irish goodbye like everybody's live stream. You know what I mean? Like I'm ADD to the max. So I'm in your stream and like I'm there and then sometimes I'm looking for the whole rest of the stream. Other times squirrel. You know what I mean? Like I'm grilling a cheese sandwich or you know what I mean? Like I don't know what happened. I went off and did something. Yeah, man. Yeah, Emma Rose, that's what I'm saying. Like I dip, but it's because like I'm distracted. Um I guess it's griddle because I normally use a stainless steel saucepan, like a skillet type situation. I do have a griddle that goes on top of the gas burners. Well, yes, Stephen, but that's because we are food brothers. We have a we have a strong bond that not everybody has with everyone else. So it's like a disturbance in the force, Stephen. Like you know when I'm there. Yeah, Jeff, I agree. Emma's tanks are looking Stella. So yeah, man, I saw a couple of good pieces of driftwood today. One was some form of timber wherever Coro's at, and the spider wood. I like the way that it went and then it bent around and then I guess it went behind itself or something, but it looked like it connected back up again. It was very cool looking. Yeah, dude, a barbecue bond. Exactly. Yeah, I had an opportunity to have a barbecue bond with Mexicali, but they were meeting for lunch and I was working the night before and the next night, so I just knew I wasn't going to make that. But I'll have to get them next time. And yeah, I thought it was pretty neat that there was a bourbon place that he wanted to go see. So that was kind of cool too. And I know right where he's talking about because I see the sign for the Wizard Academy um on my way out that side of town towards Lake Travis, and there is a disc golf course out there that's on some land adjacent to that's owned by a church, and they call it the backyard. And there's like lots of change in elevation, and I think they have like I think there's two bonus holes and a course, and yeah, it's great. That's probably the prettiest disc golf course that I've been to. Empire of Dirts is asking Coro if he's going to do the wood plant auction again. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm curious. And Coro, I think you were making yourself some dinner or something like that. So that's why I read it out loud for you. Okay, cool. So you were talking about the fish fam auction. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, no, Skipper has reached out to me before to ask me about the auction, and at the time I told him I wasn't ready yet. I feel like I'm still not ready, but my confidence is like super high right now. After I went to Aquashella, brought fish to Aquashella, um, and gave them away, and then brought fish home from Aquashella, like in a bucket, like so like, and I did mail fish to Doc Awesome, and that went okay. You know what I mean? I've seen Dan in person while he did a talk on how he packages fish, you know what I mean? So I got to see how he did it, and I got the explanation of why he does it like that. And you know, I feel like I got a real good I got that I'm as prepared as I can be without experience, you know what I mean, to like go for it, you know? So I might actually be ready in the next 6 months to like uh do one of those with Skipper. And yeah, like I said, when when I feel like I'm ready to do that, I will get with him at the time. And I understand there's a line, and you know what I mean, like you might have to wait a couple auctions because from what I understand, it's getting fairly popular, and I think it's a wonderful idea. And Skipper is a great volunteer in like all aspects of his life, including his occupation, even, you know what I mean, being EMS and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that he is the perfect man for it, and I think that is great. Stephen P. 2003 Aquardic says, I've been so locked into a routine on some of my tanks that I actually don't know what would happen if I went months without a water change. I just know what happens when I break routines. Yeah, Stephen, I think we were talking about this the other night. Yeah, I had the KH go to 0 in some of my tanks. So like 6.4 was what was coming out on my test strip, and my it's usually 7.4 to 7.6, you know what I mean? So like a full point drop when the KH like left. I think it just got used up by all of the plants overturning and fish waste and whatnot. um so yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. And Emma Rose says, can we acknowledge the fact that doing water changes with ladders and buckets hurts your back but also works your butt muscles to the point that moving hurts? Yes, Emma Rose, that is true. And you want to know what? The older that I get, I feel the less that I squat down. Now, I work with somebody that's in a wheelchair, so so there's several times a day where I have to squat down to like take care of some stuff or something like that. But like not that often. But like I was redoing the brakes on my car, and I did it in my 20s. So like I roughly know how to do it. I watched some YouTube videos. Everything's fine. It was a lot more than I remember it being. And laying down and getting underneath the car, and like and then standing up again to go get a tool, and then getting back under there, and then getting back up again. Yeah, but getting the tire off and stuff like that, like I squatted down so that I'm basically sitting on my heels, you know what I mean, like a gargoyle stance, you know what I mean. I got my hands on the tire, you know what I mean, and I'm like getting the tire off of the car and all of that. And you want to know what, man? Like two muscles that feel like they're way larger than they probably are, that are towards the midline of your backside, definitely like stressed them out, you know what I mean. And like I was walking around Aquashella, and like I could feel it with every step. Like, yeah, dude, the butt hurt is real. J Rock does stuff. I feel that so much, Emma. I bought a pool pump and just pump it out now. Yep, I usually siphon down the water. I put the siphon inside of a net so that I don't uh, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, everybody. Yeah, I siphon down into a trash can reservoir, and then I empty that reservoir, rinse it out, and put hose water in that reservoir so that I can fill the tanks back up. So it's been working for me. I'd like to have another trash can so that I can age some water. Um, so that I can have water available at the ready for my Neocaridina shrimp tanks. And I think it would be helpful for a lot of my fish tanks. There you go. Mike just casually admitting that he has a dump truck yacht and is expecting us just to ignore it. Hey, man, I thought everybody knew, Coro. You know what I mean? Hey, if this is news for anybody, hey, man, I got it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't weigh 300 pounds without having big, strong calves to carry your big butt around. You know what I mean? Like, how many plecos can be in a 40-gallon? What type of pleco only, Oscars? I assume you're talking about bristle nose, and I would say after 12 males, after 12 adult males are in there, you know what I mean? Like there might be aggression starting with some of the males, but I mean like don't you want the strongest males? See, Emma Rose knows. Emma Rose knows. Look at that. Blues Clues. Freaking Rhymadelic over here. Coro, have you met Mike? He does, in fact, have a big old dumpy. That's right, man. I mean, like, I keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I can't help that. It's the way I'm just drawn that way. Hey, J Rock, did you hear the new name for for Melvin's channel when he gets the firemouth tank set up? 3G has 150 in a 10-gallon. Yeah, yeah, June. Yeah, when they're young and stuff like that, like it's going to be crazy. I think you can get aggression with males, bristle noses against each other sometimes, but like that would be a problem that you would ascertain as the group got bigger. Like I wouldn't worry about it now. That's I don't worry about it now, but you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't have as many brown bristle noses as I could have. You know what I mean? But I've still got way more than I need. So yeah, I can't wait to meet Cora one day. It was fun. Oh heck yeah, I call him Melvin too, but it was something Firemouth Feva, Feva. But the first word was something as well. Oh, toasty. Yeah, it was it was yeah, it was Toasty Firemouth Feva. And I was like, actually, that's a pretty good name. I really like that one. So J-Rock, what do you think about that name? That's pretty good, right? Yeah, the fryer into 4 different patterns. Yeah, I noticed that with my bristle noses. Some of them have more spots and some of them have more and what on Dan's fish tonight, he showed a bristle nose that was from a breeder and it was called a Starlight bristle nose, and the dots were small. It was very dark, and then the dots on it were white and very small, but very, very bright. Um yeah, dude, like that was like a good looking one. And I was like, are all those genes like somewhere in the brown bristle nose? Because I because the brown bristle nose is uh bred first, I have seen a lot of different patterns on different brown bristle noses, and I kind of dig it. I think they're cool. 4 different patterns and colors. Yeah, man, that's great, June. Yeah, get them to that inch and a half, man, and then like send them to all your friends. I want them a little bit after that. I want you to see the bristles on their nose so that I can get a male. Okay, here comes Emma Rose with the bristle nose varieties: chocolate albino, green dragon, super red, and so many others. Emma, did you see the calicos that Fathom Fathom picked up at Aquashella? They were beautiful, and they were long fin and they were little, which is kind of like, I don't know. I think that I think I want to make a Christmas ornament that is like the super red long fin, like juvenile. You know what I mean? Like where their fins are just as big as their body. You know what I mean? Like I want those like as like in a bunch of different colors. You know what I mean? As the ornaments on like a themed like Christmas tree. Like if and when I do another Christmas tree, I think that I would I would like to make it fish themed, just in case anybody was unsure about how serious I take my life. I take the time in these very busy times to think about making a fish themed Christmas tree. I believe all lemons are blue-eyed. However, you can have yellow plecos that don't have the blue eye gene. I would believe. I'm not sure on that. Um, but like the albinos themselves uh they look kind of yellow in color. Like there's an absence of color, but there's still like a yellowness to their whiteness, if you know what I mean. It's not like your Snow White. It's I guess like yellow, like cartilage, like it's like a cartilage color. Is that even right? I'm talking way out of pocket, folks. I'm talking about things I have no experience with. So if anybody does have any experience, or if somebody else just has hearsay that's different than mine, please speak up. This is a conversation, but not a serious conversation. Nobody make any decisions in your life over what we talk about with the bristle nose for the rest of the stream. There's some with black eyes. So yeah, they're like leucistic. I think some of mine have pigment in their eyes because otherwise the pupil is pink if they're albino, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so Stephen P says it's weird. All of the albino bristlenose babies started out actually very white, but they all turned some shade of yellow by adulthood. Yeah, and I was like, is that like the cartilage color? So it's not actually pigment; it's like the color of the uh what, keratin? I assume scales are made out of the same things that our fingernails are made out of, and hair. Emma Rose, girl, you need to make time in your life and be a co-host somewhere. You're more than welcome to be a co-host here, like anytime. Like, might just be speaking right out of his dumpy. You know what I mean? Like, you are the best. So consider that a public invitation, Emma Rose, and I will not be insulted if you decline. But yeah, I could use a co-host, I think. Right in the dumpy. Okay, so the black-eyed whites are the snow whites. There we go, Jeff. Thank you. Ah, Coro. All right, guys, this is new information for me. So not all bristlenose are the same species. Okay. I missed that, and I have bristle noses in approximately half of my tank. So you know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Also, keep in mind, not all bristle nose are the same species, comma, right? Right. And those are the ones that I thought that were the only colors. And then I see like other bristle noses out there. Well, folks, now you're stuck with me. All right, plant cam. No. What if I lean it somewhere like that? All right. Well, I mean, it's not great, but it's not the worst thing in the world either. You can't see the top of my head, so just imagine that that's all shaved off. I'm Ben Franklin. Imagine that. That'd be great. Oh, but yeah, no, love you guys so much. Good times. Yeah, you're just talking about ancestress. No L number basic bristle nose. So yeah, there are L number bristle noses that have bristles on their nose, but other than having an L number, they're not really described. There you go, Emma Rose. Okay, so your living situation for the time of day it is getting in the way of doing something like that. Well, great, man. You know what I mean? So whenever that happens for you, like, Emma Rose, are you going to do a roommate situation, or are you going to try to just go out and get an apartment on your own? Just going out and getting an apartment and like doing your own thing on your own is a little bit more scary, but I will say I have lived in roommates in my life, and when I was younger it was really awesome because there were three of us, so we decided not to pay for cable because cable was like $100 a month or close to $100 a month or like 80 something dollars a month. And we decided we did, and none of us had a TV either. So we would have had to get a TV, and then we would have had to like pay for cable every month. And we just decided, no, let's not. And what we did was is we listened to music and we played a lot of cards, a lot of board games, stuff like that. Like really, really cool. So yeah, that was a fun time with roommates. Um, but I will say when I did move into an apartment and I lived by myself for the first time, it's really nice when you turn off all the lights and it's quiet when you want it quiet. If it's the middle of the night and you get up, you can turn on all the lights and turn on the stereo. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice. You know what I mean? When you see dishes in the sink, you're not angry at somebody because there's dishes in the sink because they're your dishes. You know what I mean? So, like, there is no blame there. You know what I mean? It just is. You know what I mean? There's nobody else yelling at you about your dishes in the sink. It's pretty nice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, cohabitating is kind of stressful, and living by yourself is kind of awesome. Rose, I say that all the time. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Yeah. Um, my mom like wore that out. I assume that she learned it from her mom and her mom before her. I just assumed that it was like strictly like passed down like Catholic guilt, but I found out that a lot of Catholic guilt is Jewish guilt rebranded. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the sayings are the same, and you're like, yeah, no, all Jewish moms say that. And I'm like, oh, well, that's weird. My mom says that. She's Catholic. And they're like, yeah, man, you guys borrowed like a lot of stuff from okay, yeah. I mean, like, I guess that's true. You know, like the whole like Old Testament pretty much. So yeah, but I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Like it's been like in the mom like passive passive guilt like arsenal for like I don't know, man. Like I I think somebody was trying to discover fire and they got really close, but all there was smoke and it was cold in the cave. And a mother in the corner said, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You know what I mean? And like and then like, you know, they went back at it and then fire was discovered. You know what I mean? So I think it might have started like just before fire was discovered. But this is all my personal theory and I don't have any sources or anything. So, you know what I mean? Like Bigfoot. Okay, you're hoping for a roommate situation with thicker walls. Yeah, man. I mean, like that would work. And I mean, like if you have like a mic like right next to you and stuff like that, like I think I bother my wife a little bit when I'm in here in the kitchen, so there's just one door in between us and stuff like that. But she also falls asleep and stays asleep pretty good. But we kind of just do whatever on the 4 days that I don't work. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to work tonight, so if laundry's going to be going on in the afternoon and I'm asleep, then so be it. You know what I mean? If I'm doing laundry like fish towels and stuff like that, or my own laundry, like, and it's while she's asleep, you know what I mean? Like we just kind of roll with it. But yeah, no, yeah, anytime you have a door that you can close, you'll be fine. Um, yeah, well, that'd be cool, Emma. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, hopefully a roommate situation comes together for you. Like I've had fun both ways, but don't be scared. Don't be scared to live by yourself because living by myself was actually pretty freaking cool. No brine shrimp tonight, Coral. All the fry are on flake or pellets. And maybe the no was a Cory, or maybe it was a now. All now fry. Pinaculus amacus is the golden bristlenose, wild type. And Ancestris cirrhosis. Ooh, cirrhosis means scarring. is the one we have all the hobby bred morphs from. Okay. Yeah, Jeff, you can go to sleep whenever you want, man. But you know what I mean? But stay if you want to, man. You don't have to listen to Emma. She ain't your mom. She's not your mom. You're not his mom. There you go, Jeff. Aquarium Daily, hello. I popped in for a second. I was up using the restroom and I tuned in for just a second and then said, nah, man, like I need to get some sleep. So I went back to bed, but I am so glad you're out there and you're still doing the bingo. I thought about joining, but I was like, no, man, you can't be playing bingo right now. You gotta go. I was like, you're sleeping right now. Like, why is this even in your hands? I went to the restroom, washed my hands, and then picked up my iPad and like went directly to YouTube too. It was like, I have problems, y'all. I got problems. So yeah, good to see you, Andrew. The clown pleco, aka golden bristleness, but it's not even gold. It's like stripy and cool looking. All right, I'm gonna have to look that up in a little bit. Have a great night, Jeff. We love you, Jeff. Won't be the same without him around. And 3G, it was so good to look at your tanks, man. That was freaking awesome. Thank you for sharing, man. Like, there's no shame on this channel, man. Like, the real fish keepers know that hair algae is filtration. That's what I'm talking about, Amaros. But I mean, like a good dip, you need chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, just saying. Baby brine shrimp is expensive. Yes, June, it is. I agree. Well, ladies and gents, June probably has a dumpy. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the timbre of her voice, you know what I mean? I'm all like, yeah, there's some weight behind that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that. A booty, June. Booty. It's 12:52, y'all. I gotta go. I love you guys very much. And if there's a stream going on later this evening, I will be there. But other than that, I got to do a bunch of water changes, and that's all I have to do. But I'd like to do something else. Oh, Brazilian butt lift. I had no idea. I didn't know that was a Brazilian thing. But they got the wax. So I mean, like, it makes sense to me. Anytime, Melvin. You guys have a great night and be cool. Yeah, that feels right, Zen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, darling, but it's time to go. Yeah, I got to get on some fish magic, aka water changes. Take it easy, y'all. Bye.